Hello everyone. Let's look at using find with any in Rust. Combining find and any is declarative. So I'm not going to go into imperative versus declarative here, but it avoids using boilerplate, and the iterator methods handle early stopping for you. So we're going to use some nested structures. We're going to use find to locate the outer structure, and then we're going to use any to evaluate a condition on the inner elements. So find helps you stop early and return the first match. Combining find and any avoids manual nested loops. So what I've got here is nested vec. So it's a vec of other vecs. You can see the outer vec is the yellow one, and the inner vecs, plural, is the blue. So first off, that bit there is iterating over each of the vecs in the outer vec. This iter here is what's iterating over the inner, the elements in these arrays or vecs. So once we've iterated over the outer vec, we want to find, based on a match condition or a comparison, we want to do a comparison where x is greater than 10, any of the values in the inner vec. So looking at it, we know it's probably going to be, or it should be, the 7, 8, 11. We do a match result at the end just to handle the result. So using the outer loop, iterates over each subvector. In the inner loop, we iterate over the elements. If we didn't do it the way we've just shown, you'd end up using a loop, and you'd have an outer loop with the little apostrophe, single apostrophe there. So to me, that doesn't look very neat. You'd get the same result. So I'll demo this in a sec. If you like these videos, do all that subscribe stuff, yeah. So let's go over to the code and run it. There we go. This code is actually something I've added to since what we just looked at. This actually has a vec with vectors inside it and then vecs inside that. So we actually go 3 levels deep. But same principle. So you go in nested vec.iter.find, and then you've got a closure inside here where you're running find, and then you're saying if any. So this actually helps that we've got this on 3 lines. So the correct result that we just saw was this line. Now you can keep going with this, but it's just a way to handle nested nested collections. So basically, quite often I want to say vec, but really it's a collection because you've got arrays, vecs, and so on. The isSum here, it returns true if the option is sum, false if it is none. Because when you're using this here, you want to be returning a Boolean. And then you match the result, and then you print the subvec. The subvec being effectively one of these lines. So there's 3 subvecs in there. Run it again, see. So that's a vector of vectors. Don't just take my word for it. This is probably just something to experiment with. It's yeah, it's good to know. And if you can't remember it from the top of your head, obviously there's ways of getting help these days. But yeah, just be aware of using find and using find inside of find. So you can use a closure inside of find. So you effectively doing find inside of find. And then if any of the values are greater than 10, then it returns that entire, I was going to say row. It's a row really, isn't it? So there we go. That's just a little bit of a expansion on what we looked at with the death by PowerPoint at the start. Hope you find these videos useful. If you do, subscribe, all that nonsense. If you don't, then I'll be back with something else very soon. So thanks for watching, and yeah, have an experiment using find and any. You get a lot more kind of accuracy once you start combining these. Find, any. And remember that we're using iter here, so that's using references or it's borrowing rather than actually doing. If you wanted to actually pass by value, you'd use into iter. And yeah, it is sum. Returns true if the option is sum, and false if it is none. So a lot of good stuff there. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back soon. Thanks.